up? In today's video, we are going to watch some more scary animations. Let's get back to the video. Crazy old guy. Yay! Yay!
When I was 7 or 8 years old, my parents used to take me to this beach cafe in our town. It had a pool and the cafe was right next to the beach. The family that owned the cafe were my family's close friends, so I spent a lot of my childhood there. The best part about the beach is that when you passed the cafe and the playground, there was a lot of sand and a net for volleyball. As kids, my friends and I would always play there. One ordinary summer night, there was quite a few of us playing in the sand, making castles and doing other things.
Cool.
All of a sudden, I heard a noise behind me in the bushes, right where the sand ended.
Whoa.
I should mention that there were woods around the whole place, but it wasn't deep or anything. I was a brave kid, so I just brushed it off as being a cat or animal of some sort, and continued to play.
Cat.
However, when I looked up at my friends, who were now quiet and staying still, I got the chills. I noticed that all of their eyes had widened. They were staring at me, or rather at whatever was behind me. The shock kicked in, and I felt like I was going to faint. I started shaking. I didn't even want to turn around. But when I felt something cold on the back of my neck, that was the last straw. I started running full speed towards the cafe filled with people, and my friends immediately followed behind me. There were 6 children crying and screaming at the top of our lungs. I remember finally clinging to my mom and crying in her arms. Soon after, the sound of sirens followed by police cars parked in front filled the air. When the adults talked to the police, my friends and I were confused. I still didn't know what was behind me, so I asked my oldest friend in the group, who was 10 years old and talking to his dad.
How old are these kids? Period.
It turns out there was this crazy old guy who robbed a lady and stabbed her to death not so far away from here. My friends told me he appeared behind me smiling like a...
No! No! Who is that? No! No, you can't tell me that Mozart died and, like, he's a zombie now.
Sick clown.
Look at his
He was holding a
expressions.
knife and pressing it against the back of my neck. That must have been the cold thing I felt.
Yeah, I'm never going to the beach again. At night, especially.
From then on, I never stayed far away from the cafe when the sun went down.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they caught the...
Is that a gold? Look at his teeth. They're all golden. Oh, yeah, everybody laughs. Jesus. Creepy old lady.
This happened a little over 20 years ago.
Oh.
I was 10 years old and my sister
30.
was 6. We grew up in a small town, raised only by our hardworking mother.
Oh.
It started when school was nearly finished for the year.
Oh.
The nights were late because my sister was up all night crying about a witch.
A witch?
Anyway, my mother started receiving odd calls once in a while at work.
How is that not suspicious? Legit. Oh yeah, some guy just keeps calling or thing. I don't really answer anymore. It's not that creepy. Especially that my daughter cries every night. Wait, that makes sense now. Jesus, that's loud.
I need one of your children.
Okay, if the witch really said that, wouldn't the mother just like not have her shift at night? Like, I don't care about the damn witch. And I know, I'm not going to work at night or dark times. And that's pretty much for like not even 12, but like barely like 7 hours. So I won't even earn that much money, but I don't care about no damn witch. And if that son of a gun wants to come down and get a beat, come here. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat the app, if you know what I'm saying. Replace the replace the PP with an SS and then C. App.
Mom figures it was some stupid prank
JK.
and ignored it.
Well, that's a minute wasted for nothing.
But then she started receiving calls daily.
God, why is it so loud?
Eventually, she was receiving a call most nights at our home. She reported it to the police, and they said whoever was calling was using random payphones.
Oh, I was about to say, can't you just like block the number? I mean, can't you just keep blocking them? I mean, I honestly don't care. I would report it to the police after the 13th time, maybe even maybe 7th time that number is called. I know I'd probably think that it's some I don't know, maybe some I don't know, those callers, for example, scam likely from all different places. And the thing is, every single time he calls me, sometimes it's just from Chicago, scam likely. Sometimes from New York, NY, scam likely. It's does he change every individual call thing? Because he has called me multiple times, and I've blocked him. I've blocked the scam likely thing maybe 6 times. Still calling me every flipping week, saying, if you don't do your car insurance, we will have to tow your car. I don't have a car. I'm 13. Psych! I'm 11. But I don't have a car. I'm 11, dude.
There wasn't much they could do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing much they can do.
She had both.
Did she just curse under her breath?
There wasn't much they could do about it.
She just cursed. I can read lips sometimes. I can read certain words. She cursed.
So she had both her work and home number changed.
Yeah, well, I would too.
Around 10 or so, there was a frantic knock on her door. Mom looked out through the window and saw a lady with long hair in her 60s.
Baba Yaga's back.
Not knowing her, Mom went near the locked door and asked what she wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
The lady asked
what do you
if
want?
she come inside because she was in a car accident.
No! Get away!
Mom said she would call the police for her and told her to wait outside. There was a pause.
No, don't call the cops.
If that's what she sounds like, why do you tell her what you're gonna do? Go upstairs, say you're gonna go get something to help her, and just be like, yeah, I'll help you. Yes, quiet. There is a witch. There's some lady that she sounds crazy. Please come help me. She says that she's in a car accident when she's really not. Can you please help me? And if she's a witch, why would you tell her what you're doing?
Mom thought this was strange and started walking to the phone. Immediately again, a banging on the door.
Why would you not tell her that yes, I'm doing something, okay? I'm gonna get something to help you, okay? Okay, wait. And then call the cops.
Mom ran to the phone and looked out the window to see the lady staring at her. She coldly said,
Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children. Dorothy Margaret, I want one of your children.
She kept repeating it until Mom noticed flashing lights of police approaching, and she left.
Why do they have to do sirens at night? There's nobody driving. Nobody. And why do they have flashing lights? Like, so many times at night, I saw so many videos of these people going like, I don't know, doing something crazy. And then some cop was like, no siren, no flashing lights, just like driving around. The guy did something illegal, and then they turn on their lights. Do that!
The police searched everywhere.
Next time something crazy happens, I'm bashing my head on my keyboard.
We kept a car outside each night for a week. Nothing. A few weeks later, summer finally started and my sister wasn't having the nightmares anymore about the witch. We were at one of my baseball games and my mother was talking to a teacher at my sister's school and telling her what happened. The teacher said,
Oh, it sounds like your stepmother.
Mom looked back confused and said she doesn't have a stepmother. The teacher's face turned white. A while ago, a lady in her 60s would come watch the children play at lunch. She said she was my mother's stepmom and liked to watch my sister at lunch.
At that point, I would buy a gun. I would either kill myself or I would just shoot her. Bop, 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 she's dead.
She reported it again to the
Oh yeah, I forgot.
police and they checked camera footage.
Bashing my head
Sure
against the
enough,
keyboard.
on a faraway park bench, there was an old lady most lunchtimes.
And let me guess, she's gonna look at the camera.
They noticed she was always coming from the woods.
Yeah, well, no crap. Every single old lady comes from Oh, I bought a cottage in the woods.
The police did a search and found an old shanty shack type of place.
No crap.
It had old blankets and a fire pit.
No crap.
And it had pictures she had drawn of us.
What?
That was the last time we ever heard of her.
Until now.
When summer was ending, my sister started having the nightmares of the witch
Oh,
again.
god damn it.
Mom asked why she was getting scared again, and she said,
Because she comes to school and watches us.
Why does the teacher not do anything? Like, I wish teachers had like some type of like pepper spray or a gun or something to protect themselves. Like, aren't there cops at school? Or what, is the school in the middle of a flipping forest? Like, God, dude.
the witch was the old lady.
And why don't they scream?
Voice Mod is the real-time voice changer for games.
Get out of here, you garbage. Skip out.
Met a terrible creep at a McDonald's restaurant.
Yeah. Every day. That
I was
happens
running errands
to
with my
people.
husband one day when I was 6 months pregnant.
Oh, 6 months. 3 months to
The
go.
day started out normal as we took the subway together.
Okay.
All of a sudden, I felt nauseous and I could feel that I had to vomit immediately.
Yeah. That only happens in morning. Morning sickness? Because you're pregnant? Jesus.
I quickly gave my bag to my husband and told him I had...
Is that a Nucci? What is that? Do you see that Dr. Creati? Damn, that anime girl looking thick. Okay.
to run to the nearest bathroom.
I mean, she looking good. I'd like her as a
bolted away
girlfriend.
At the next stop as I could not hold it in
Why does your husband not come with you?
any longer. As I exited the underground,
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave my husband somewhere. Why not? And I don't have a phone. I don't have my wallet. I don't have my ID. I don't have anything. Neither do I have money. I'm just gonna be poor, no husband, no money, no ID. Probably gonna get killed and kidnapped. Yay!
the nearest
McDonald's.
restaurant, a McDonald's.
Why do they change every single thing? Like Gucci, Nucci for some reason. Shops, like almost the same exact name, different letters, different spell. No, it's copyright claim, McDonald's. We don't give a shit.
I hurried to the bathroom, where I passed a middle-aged man who was standing at the entrance of the bathroom. I paid no attention and pushed past him to get in. As I finally arrived to the bathroom, I immediately started puking. I never felt so sick my entire life.
Is that drool? You don't drool when you throw up. You have to throw up juice though. Okay, I'm not gonna go through that.
That's when the door handle.
If I say that, it'll turn into a try not to get disgusted challenge. Trust me.
The bathroom started moving. I quickly pushed the door to keep it closed and yelled that it was busy, but the person on the other side pushed it back. As that person managed to push harder, I saw the guy that was at the entrance. He had curly hair. I freaked out and
the way she said, he had curly hair. I like him. I want to marry him. Probably get, I don't know. But I really want to marry him. The way she said, but he had curly hair. Listen to this.
At the entrance.
He
had curly hair.
He had curly hair.
I freaked out.
It's like she was surprised. They're like, he had curly hair. The love of my life. I met my soulmate.
And slammed the door shut and started yelling for help. The man was insistent and kept trying to get in.
Insistent to get in?
I
Hell
started
no.
puking again, so I was left with trying to hold the door with my
Puke on him, damn it!
foot as he kept banging it harder and harder. I continued yelling in the direction of the window of the stall as I heard people saying that there was a girl who needed help. Suddenly, the guy stopped banging the door and everything got quiet. I tried to calm myself down while still holding the door shut just in case. Then I saw curly hair and a hand trying to get me from under the door, which had a pretty large gap. I started screaming again as I started kicking his face.
Okay, that's how you know he's a pervert. Kids, no.
At this point, I was desperate. I had no phone, no bag,
Exactly.
and my husband was probably roaming the city looking for me.
Yeah, exactly, you dumb app! Replace the P's with an S? App? Jesus Christ.
Then, I heard a man yell, and the creep suddenly getting away quickly. I kept the door shut when I heard a male voice telling me to come out and that it was okay. I reluctantly opened the door to find the manager of the McDonald's confused and shocked.
I want to talk to your manager. Karen, now what?
I told him what happened and he called the police. With all the commotion, my husband finally found me. When the police arrived, I gave the police a description, but they never found the guy.
Until today. Okay. Pool? So scary about a pool.
It was the summer before 9th grade. I was at my friend's family pool party, and there were tons of people there. At one point, while my friend, let's call her Lily, went to get some sodas for us, a man came up to me. I didn't recognize him, but since it was my friend's party, it made sense for me to not know everyone there.
Yeah.
He smiled at me. He looked as though he hadn't shaved in days.
Jesus, doesn't pause. What is a man doing there? Looking at you like that? Your friend's not just like, oh hey guys, look, a 30-year-old man trying to hook up with my 12-year-old friend. I'm gonna let him do their thing. They mate like that.
and his eyes never looked right directly at me. I stepped backwards, feeling uncomfortable. "Hello," he said. Hi."
Nobody says hello anymore. They just say, hey. Like, hey, how are you? I'm like this guy's dad. And, you know, how was the pool? I would just be like, hello. Like, the only time I've ever heard anyone say hello was, hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I replied. "What's your name?" he asked.
I would not tell him. I would run. I would jump into the pool. I don't care what I have to do. I will get away from this pervert.
I suppose that a first name wouldn't hurt, seeing as we were surrounded by tons of people.
Oh, great. She doesn't have a swimsuit.
I'm Harley, I said. "What's yours?" "Rick," he replied smoothly.
Rick. Rick rhymes with D. You know what I mean, right? Replace the R with a D in Rick.
"Are you having fun with Lily?" Some of my discomfort eased. "I'm your parents' friend."
Okay, now you're making me believe you're a pervert. I'm her parents' friend. Then why did you ask so many personal questions, you perv?
He continued, stepping closer to my face. His eyes weren't focused, and his breath smelled like alcohol,
Ew.
although it was early in the day. I grew even more uncomfortable and stepped away,
You're fat, though. I mean, skinny, sorry.
waving goodbye awkwardly. When I turned around, he was gone. I told Lily about this, and
Is she holding an alcohol bottle? Glass bottle of alcohol?
she mentioned it to her parents. Her parents said that they didn't know Rick, which kind of freaked me out. But
Kinda? I would be crying at that point. And what is that nose? What are you, a bee now? Dang. Jesus, she's a bee.
they told me that it could have been one of their friends who pulled him over.
Yeah, definitely.
I shrugged it off and assumed everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
After the party ended, Lily and I were having a sleepover at her house.
I was about
Her
to
parents
say.
had gone over to visit her elder sister to take some leftovers to her, since she had not been feeling well and couldn't
Okay.
attend the party.
Okay.
So we were home alone with her elder brother. Lily and I were playing a game in her bedroom
Older
when her
brother?
dad called her. He asked her to please go and turn off the pool lights, since he had forgotten. Lily agreed, and we stepped outside into the backyard.
Why?
I waited on the back porch, reading a text from another friend, while she went to turn off the lights. Once she was finished, we stepped back inside, opened the door, and went back upstairs to continue playing our game. At one point, Lily asked me to make sure the curtains were closed properly, and when I did, I happened to look outside, and I noticed that all the pool lights were on again. "Lily?" I asked,
Lily.
with a strange feeling. "You turned off the pool lights, right?" "Yeah, I did," she replied, coming to look. Now there was a figure swimming laps in the pool, even though we couldn't see his face. "It's probably just Cody," Lily replied, speaking of her brother. "Come on, let's go scare him."
Where even is their brother? Wouldn't their brother just be like, hey, can you hand me like a root beer or something? Lily? Lily! Hand me a root beer, like legit. Why? Excuse me? He doesn't just like, hey, kids okay? He doesn't sit with them. He doesn't like, hey, you okay? He doesn't like check up on them. He just sits in his room, plays all day. Sounds familiar. Hey, isn't that kid Michael doing that right now? Okay.
We walked down to the pool and slid open the back door. Waiting behind the bushes, we could see the top of his head flopping in the water. We were going to jump out and scare him at any moment.
No, don't.
Then I looked up open. Suddenly, I saw the face of Cody illuminated as he turned on his bedroom lights. I grasped Lily's arm, and we both knew the person in the pool was not, in fact, Cody.
Why is
We
it
hadn't brought our
Cody?
phones with us in case we would get wet. And if we
Wet?
ran back around, there was a chance the stranger could see us before we got back to the house. We tried to wave to Cody.
How did he not see you when you were going down there?
But he couldn't see us. Suddenly, splashing at the pool stopped. My heart dropped and I could hear each of my panicked heartbeats. A hand suddenly gripped my arm and flung me forward, and I screamed, and Lily did as well. I looked up, and there was Rick. His facial expression.
Not me, like, casting a spell on you with my fingers while I'm gonna eat your butt. What? I don't know what I've seen. Yeah, he's insane. Kill him. Waste him. Bah! Bah! 2 shots, he dead.
I yelled, and soon my mouth was filled with water as he chucked me in the pool, and he actually held me underwater. I choked for breath and realized he had grabbed Lily's arm as well.
Is he a murderer? Or is he a murderer? Or is he a, like, I don't know, like a weird person who likes little girls and, like scares people? Or insane?
He was strong and clearly ill. He yelled, "Time to swim!" Somehow Lily managed to kick him in the face hard enough to run away, slamming the door behind him.
Damn! What are you, like Kanye West now? I don't know who he is.
He continued to hold me, laughing as I flailed for breath. Just as I felt I was about to die, Lily's silence her head from the surface. He picked me up and threw me on the ground, taking my arm. He ran away. The police came and questioned me.
Dang.
But he was never found. I will never forget that moment. I thought I was truly going to die.
He's cross-eyed. Do you see that? He's just like, and his nose looks flat.
Nor will I forget those creepy eyes.
Jesus!
I've been terrified to be outside at night, especially in a pool.
Yeah, I have a pool. One thing, I'm never going outside at night in my pool, especially. I mean, dude, one day, I was just like, I guess doing something. And out of nowhere, just some cricket. Just, like, I saw 15 crickets from, like, one, like, it was, like, 5 on one side. 5 on, like, 3 at, like, the top and bottom. And then, like 7 of them. Like, 7 other ones. Just, I don't know what. I don't know how many there was, but there was, like, a lot around, like, jumping into my pool. And when I checked on it, well, I didn't, actually, no. I was kidding. But really what happened, I was just, like, watching, like, a movie or something, and then my dad was like, hey, how about we clean our pool, so it's not dirty tomorrow, and it's not dirty, like, way too dirty for us to clean tomorrow. And I was just like, yeah, sure. And then I saw 5 crickets. One gigantic one, which was yellow, probably, like, 150 years old. And another, like, small ones. And as soon as I, like, threw them out because I didn't want to kill them out of the water, they just jumped back in. They were just like, no, I want to drown, man. Gets pushed out of pool. Hey, you don't push me. I want to drown. Now, if I want to drown, you let me. Got it? Let's go. Capiche? Whee! I love drowning. Getting him out again. Oh, dude, stop pulling me out of the water. I want to drown. Dang it. Jesus. Well, that'll be the end of this video, guys. Peace out. Yeehaw! Okay, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bye.